All right, now I want to talk about one of the ways that we can save ourselves from so many conflicts. Cool? It's how we filter information. All right, let's use an example. Have you ever been planning a vacation with somebody? You're super excited about it, and suddenly it goes from laughing over lunch to like spreadsheets over sushi. And you're glaring at each other where you were laughing before, you were super excited, let's go to Italy. Now you're just like, what is this person thinking? It started out as a great idea, right? And now you've got one person who's tiptoeing through the twinkle lights in Rome saying, I can't wait to go to Italy. We're going to have so much fun. And the other person is deep in the details going, you know what? What airline? What's the budget? What's the hotel? What are the dates that we're going to go? How are we going to make this happen? And between the two, the excitement very quickly disappears. And soon they find instead of being excited about it, they're glaring at each other over timetables instead of dreaming about this vacation that they're taking together. It happens all the time, right? And so what's happening here? Well, what's happening is, like I mentioned before, it's filters. Our brains filter information differently. And as soon as we recognize that, the sooner we can basically bring peace to the world, right? So some of us start with the big picture, and others of us start with the details. The best thing to know about this is neither filter is wrong. They actually can complement each other really nicely when we learn to partner. But if we don't recognize it at first, it feels like conflict when in reality, it's not conflict at all. It's just filters. So, you see, our brains are wired to look for safety before they look for logic. We know that. The number one job of our brain is to keep us what? Safe. Exactly. Now, for the detail first person, safety comes from facts. These are the types of people that really need the plan nailed down before they can relax and enjoy the big picture. Cool? Okay, now you've got big picture people. For them, safety comes from vision. They need to feel the possibility. They need to be able to visualize it before they can focus on the details. But once they have the big picture, the details come very naturally. Now, when those needs aren't understood, or when we have a type of person, a big picture person and a details person planning together, what should be fun or collaborative can often turn into frustration. We see it happen all the time. I've seen it play out at work. I've seen it play out in personal life. I've seen it play out at the grocery store, right? A great example at home. One partner dreams out loud about making the living room. I'm looking over into the living room, right? Making it nice and cozy. Ugh, I can't wait to see how it's going to look, to feel the fireplace, etc. While the other person is asking, how much does the sofa you want to buy cost? You know what? I don't even know if it's going to fit through that doorway. You're going to want to measure. And then at work, somebody says, let's reimagine how we serve our clients. And the colleague is already drilling into the budget and the timelines, is going, what are you talking about? We've already got this figured out, right? In leadership, this happens. And I've actually been a leader who's done this, has announced something like, you know what? We're expanding into a new market. This is so exciting. And then the staff are quietly panicking and they're going, what does this mean for my job, my work, my schedule, my team? Like, I've already got too much to do. In these cases, it's not that anyone is being negative, is being difficult, is not getting it. It's that filters are colliding. And when filters collide, it feels personal, even when it isn't. So, what do we do about this? Here's the shift. The first is don't mistake a filter for a fight. And recognize, are you a big picture person or are you a detail person? What about the other people around you? Which are they? If you're the big picture person, slow down. Offer a few details so your partner, your colleague, or teams feel safe. Understand that the big picture vision sometimes can scare the crap out of the person who is a detail person. And if you're a detail first person, don't rush to shut down the vision that your big picture colleague is friend is having. Ask a question that builds on it and gives you some of the detail that you want and brings them a little bit in line with what you're thinking about. So for example, okay, you know what? If we did go to Italy, what's the first city that you'd want to see? So you see, the filters don't cancel each other out. They actually complete the picture. And once we stop mistaking filters for fights, we move from conflict to collaboration. And that is the coolest thing. That's when magic happens, right? Because that's a real power of, for example, brain based leadership. Understanding these filters allows us to shift smarter and to lead stronger. So, love that in the workplace, in our personal lives. Understanding the filters help us to connect, to collaborate, and to move through change, good change, not so great change together. So, if this was helpful for you, I am so happy. Make sure you subscribe because I share weekly tools that help you turn drama into data and resistance into results. And I don't want you to ever miss a conversation. All right. Take care. And until next time, make it a great day.